Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to my channel. In this time, I will give you information from a family business, the Mr. John in CV Merapi Indah. Check it out. First time, I will attack you the identity from business owner in CV Merapi Indah. Okay, after this time, next I will prove information about his confection. Initially, this business was opened in 20, which was founded by his mother. To the owner, this confection, formerly only as an ordinary tailor, by showing simple things that were damaged and repairing the damage. 2 years later, the mother of the owner of this confection bequeathed to her son to continue this family business, and because of Allah, from years to years it has grown, and the owner of this confection opened vacancies to make small school skirt that are only recognized by the local community. As they returned, because there were more and more children at that time, more and more people hired the owner to make school shirt from elementary to high school, and initially sold them to the our Kuning market and try to expand from small. The more orders at that time, no less important, the owner is getting more active in shaping the clothes. In 2003, the owner studied the theory and parents in making various school clothes until finally he tried to open and receive stitches from the bracket skirt uniform, white shirt from school, and then also marketed in the traditional market of our Kuning Bukit Tinggi. And because Allah, the stitches are getting better from year to year. Then in 2005, the owner of this confection opened a ball pick-up system. And in 2010, Alhamdulillah, given a sustenance and opened a confection shop and gave the name of the confection with CV Merapi Indah. Well, from here, the confection began and has grown until now. And at that time, it has also begun to open sewing from sport clothes. Family and business relationship are two different things, but in family company, they becomes one. The main function of the family is related to care and education of family members, while a business is related to the production and distribution of the goods or service or a family. Mr. John in this confection is the owner of the confection as well as the manager, and there are 2 or 3 the employees who help him. Since this confection changed hand to Mr. John, he has continued and to try to develop the business that was developed by his mother since the first. The reason to take this family business, according to Mr. John, 1. He wants his mother has been trying to do well so that his parents can be proud. 2. Because from a young age, Mr. John also has skill in sewing, so that it makes it easier for him to work. Once time out, he took the initiative to apply for a job in court, but because he might not be lucky there, and this mother also has a business, he prepared to continue his family business. According to Mr. John, experience is very necessary. Yes, although you don't have to work at any other confection, but that experience someone who is already able to master a sewing machine and how to use it is enough. And even if someone hasn't been able to work with a lot of others, it can be done by learning from their colleagues so that new employees to also work. When it comes to education, we must achieve as high as possible and always third form knowledge. If it related to a family business, of course, it is also important. The first is for the benefit of ourselves. Second, with education, we are able to master things related to the business we are running. And lastly, we are able to manage our business and be able to come to problems that exist in our business. Solution: if his confection has a problem, one, he was to find out the source of the business problem, where these problems come from employee or something else. Second, we can make next plan to other until we have a solution. According to Mr. John, there is no need for trying in this confection, only the ability or skill to sew and understand the job. If he can do it, the hands can work. If non-family workers, according to Mr. John, employees are free to come for family or non-family, because not all families are able to do it, and not all families like sharing. And usually, the work hours of this employee are full-time. Rotation is a rotation on the family side. In died before Mr. John's mother's handed over his confection, his father also wanted to hold, because she was still not mature enough and didn't have the ability to sew. His mother handed this to Mr. John with a note. The result obtained are divided for the life his younger siblings, and because Allah until now has been no problem that have arisen because of this. And the younger brother of Mr. Jones is successful and has a family. Usually, Mr. John promoted his business template and share his conviction to social media, share as Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram, so that is easily accessible, and many people see this conviction. Finally, management strategy usually every years, especially every new school year, schools order do this conviction annually. It can be estimated at 2,000 suites, and total income is approximately 80 millions. If the buyer immediately pays for the item in full after all the suites are finished. But if there is not, the money he got will definitely return as initial capitals for the next item. However, from 2019 until now, unions began to decline and limited die to COVID-19. What is normally 2,000 suites is now approximately until 1,500 talents. But he does not make to the owner give up, but he kept fighting as much as possible for satisfactory result in the future. Okay, thanks for watching this video. If I have mistake, pardon me. And the last I see you, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.